Like every other fresher, 9 years ago, I had a choice. 4 years to go in and do what was worth doing and do it well, or to resign myself to just doing it. There's no guessing what choice I made, otherwise, this story would have been different. My name is Aziza, and today I am embracing discomfort because it is necessary for my goals. Welcome back to I Want My Dream Life Now, the podcast relating my raw and unfiltered journey as a 20-something Nigerian girl building from scratch. This is the cost of comfort. Comfort is very, very deceiving. In the moment, it feels like relief, usually. A win even, but it's temporary. In reality, there is a cost. And mine was a chance at being the best, or at least exceptional at what I did. It turns out the temporary relief that I chose was the biggest price I ever paid. Although I got the degree with no extra years or carryovers, my heart sinks every time I look at my certificate. A constant reminder that I chose mediocrity over distinction. If only I were okay with being uncomfortable. The cost of comfort for me is the price of opportunity lost, and how that relates to my life, personally, career-wise, spiritually. For instance, as a fantastically grandiose naturally, not, I know that word again, fantastically grandiose. Anyway, I always imagined the kind of life I wanted and waited, assuming the perfect time, the perfect help, the perfect price, environment, or something would just magically appear and wand me into a better life. A life where I wouldn't have to be an unpaid intern, obviously. So comfort became my way to refuse the potential outcome, a way of running from accountability. More than risking trying and failing, I'd rather not try and have an excuse. Make not trying the excuse. But because I am now aware that there is a price for comfort, I can make the conscious effort to identify and choose the uncomfortable paths, drawing lessons from my past experiences, and be intentional with my decisions, starting with 1. If an action feels slightly terrifying or uncomfortable for me, but necessary, deeply necessary, it's most likely the right one. So, mental note, I embrace it. And then I make that a habit, choosing difficulty, embracing the uncomfortable. Like someone I now subscribe heavily to says, being fit is hard, being fat is hard, entrepreneurship is hard, working a 9 to 5 is hard, being miserable is hard, doing the right thing is hard. Choose your hard. Hard or discomfort doesn't have to be as terrifying as we've been conditioned, or better still, we've conditioned ourselves to think. It's simply choosing the slightly other options every single day. And for me, what that means is writing even when I don't feel like it, taking critiques without feeling attacked. Easier said than done, by the way. And considering discomfort as the price to pay for long-term freedom, for a better life, for that this dream life that I want now. And another thing I've learned is to recognize the true safety nets. The only real safety net is the discipline and competence built by overcoming difficult things. Comfort feels safe, it's not. But competence, that's the reality. And no matter how many times I have to start again, no matter how many times I may have to start again, competence makes it easier. Therefore, that competence is the true safety net. At the end of the day, comfort is an illusion of safety, and its true cost is one's potential. This journey is a personal choice to be uncomfortable, facing my ifs and buts, consciously seeking out the edge of my comfort zone, and knowing that this truly is where growth happens. Discomfort is tasked for growth. I'm learning that every comfortable step, the hard conversation, the delayed business launch, or that embarrassing thing I should have started brings me closer to the version of myself that I cannot stop dreaming about. So, embracing discomfort is the way to go. And we are at the end of this episode. Before the outro or proper roundup though, there's something I need to share. Between the past weeks, I've had this between the past week, I've had this strong urge to just stop and delete and disappear a countless number of times, that I cannot even believe that I finally sat down. This is the day this is supposed to go live, by the way, and this is 12 o'clock. It's going live by 7 and I'm just recording. I can't even believe I'm able to bring myself to record this, because I was just going to give up. That's not the point. I wanted to announce this project publicly at least a day before the first episode went live, but I didn't. And then I promised myself and my trusters that I would do it on the 4th episode, the 4th week. And still, that came and I moved it up, this time until the last episode. And if anyone asked me, I have an excuse, a solid excuse, 2 solid excuses. One was that I wanted to study my consistency pattern to see if, unlike the projects prior, I will see this through. And the second is that I'm experimenting, taking feedback and implementing them. But while recording this, I mentioned more than risking trying and failing, I would usually rather not try and have an excuse. And that just opened my eyes or my mind. I just couldn't stop replaying myself, quietly postponing the date, because if somehow I decided to stop or I failed, no one would be let down. And more than anything, my ego would be safe. So I'm choosing comfort without the conscious effort and intentionality I mentioned earlier, also somewhere in this episode. But the light is in the dark is that this is a journey, and the reflections are for me first before anyone else. it's not supposed to be perfect, raw and unfiltered. Remember, I can slack off as long as I catch myself still. And now that I'm aware, that I know that that's what I'm doing, I promise myself not to postpone the promotion and to do it to the best of my abilities as soon as this episode goes live. Dramatic, I know, but it's me, so let's go. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning into this episode, especially up until this point. If this episode resonates with you, or you know someone this will resonate with, I would appreciate it if you share with them. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Until next time, remember, the cost of comfort is your potential. Peace be unto you. Mwah.